Hi, this is Max with Elite Vehicle Outfitters. We're going to be going over this 2025 F350 brush truck today. To start, we've got your two independent bumper sprays on the front. You're going to have a left bumper spray and a right bumper spray. Those are independently controlled with switches inside the cab. We have a front light bar that's going to be independently controlled from all the rest of your lighting. Moving on to the side. This is going to be side flood activated, so it'll have your two side work lights as well as the sides of your light bar. Here's your auto eject for shore power. There's going to be shore power in this box, as well as behind the seat that will go to the charger. And then on the rear of the truck, this is going to be your rear flood. These will activate in reverse, as well as there's a button on the siren controller that will activate these and the two white lights facing back for rear flood. We have our pump controls. It's going to operate the same way as it would inside the cab. You're going to turn on your power, press and hold your start button until the pump's running, and then this lower switch will be your throttle up, throttle down. If you need the choke, you can operate this switch up or down. It'll activate the choke as necessary. And then when you're ready to stop the pump, you're going to shut the switch off and press and hold this stop button, and that'll stop the pump operation. This does not have a fuel tank that needs to be filled. Fuel is directly drawn off of the vehicle fuel tank. Moving on to some of the discharges and intakes, you're going to have your 2.5 intake as well as a direct tank fill, your bumper discharge, your tank fill or recirculate, reel discharge, and then 2 additional 1-inch discharges and an 1.5-inch discharge. Booster reels over here, your reel rewind button, as well as a reset breaker if needed. And then both of your electric valves that will operate your front bumper sprays are positioned right here. If for some reason those fail on or fail off, you have a manual lever that you can use. Right now they're perpendicular to the pipe, they're going to be off. Parallel with the pipe will be on. If for some reason you need to manually shut that off, you can move this lever to the off position or the on position as needed. We also have tank vision on here in the back, and this will just display the level of your tank. Everything in this vehicle is going to be ignition based. There's no master power switch that needs to be turned, so as soon as you turn the ignition on the vehicle, your radio will activate once it's installed, all your light controls, and then as well as being able to operate the pump, that'll be able to be turned on once the ignition's turned on or the vehicle's running. Starting with the Pathfinder, the slide switch here is what's going to activate your warning lights. Slide switch 1 will give you a slow flashing red and blue pattern. Slide switch 2 will speed up that pattern, but it will cut the rear and the sides of the light bar if somebody's on the step deck. And then slide switch 3 is going to be your normal response mode. This will have a day park, a night park, as well as a day drive mode. So night park will be a slow flashing red and blue pattern. Day park will be a fast flashing red and blue pattern. And then drive will be a fast flashing red, white, and blue pattern. Once the vehicle is put in drive, you can activate your siren with the dial. So you'll get wail, yelp, priority, and dual tone. If this switch is placed in HF, which stands for hands-free, you can activate that with this horn pad. And then a double press will stop it, or turning the dial to standby will stop it. The siren will also automatically deactivate in park and cannot be activated when the vehicle's in park. If the slide switch is also off or not in position 3, you will not get any siren tones either. Moving on to some of the other buttons we have on here, we've got an air horn button, front flood. This will activate the 4 warning lights in the grille in a solid white pattern. Light bar will activate the lower front white light bar in solid white. Alley will activate the side work lights on the headache rack as well as the sides of the light bar. And then rear flood will activate 2 rear facing lights on the light bar as well as 2 lower rear work lights. The 360 flood button will turn every single light on the truck solid white. And then once it's turned off, it will also turn the rest of these buttons off as well. You have a low power mode that can be used for standby or a parade if necessary. This will give you a back and forth fade and flicker of red and blue. We have traffic advisor. This is a stepped button. So the first step will give you a left arrow. Second step will give you a right arrow. Third step will give you a center out arrow. And fourth step will just give you rear amber flashing lights. Lastly, we have a ground lights button. When the vehicle's in park, the ground lights automatically activate. But if you would like to have the ground lights activate while you're in drive, you can hit this ground lights button and it will activate the ground lights. They will stay on until that button is turned off or the vehicle is placed in park. Moving on to the pump controls. To activate the panel, you need to turn your power switch on. To start the pump, you're going to press and hold the start button. This choke switch can be pushed up or down as necessary if you need to use the choke. And then you have throttle, throttle down, and throttle up. To stop the pump, you're going to turn the power switch off to the panel and press and hold the stop button. Here we have your independent bumper sprays. You have your left bumper spray. These are both safety switches, so they can't be accidentally activated. You pull the orange tab back and push the switch forward, and the light will turn on to indicate that that valve is open. So you have left and right. Lastly, we have 2 portable radio chargers in the back here. These can be used for a portable, or they can be used for just a battery. There's going to be 2 of these clips included with both trucks that'll allow you to charge a portable battery if necessary. So right now we have the auto eject plugged in. You will hear a short beep, and then this will start charging your batteries in the truck. This does have a fuse block with LED indicators on it. So right now we have the ignition on, and you can see all of the LED indicators are lit. If for some reason one of these fuses blows, you will get a fast flashing light, and that'll indicate which circuit has the blown fuse. It'll help you guys identify if you have an issue, if it's a fuse that needs to be replaced. The hood, we do have 4 breakers. There's 2 at each battery. 1 at each battery will be for the charger, and then there is 1 here for the cab electronics, as well as 1 on the other side that will be for the pump controls and an ignition solenoid.